Hello again, friends, and welcome back to the halftime show with me, your host, the landlord, aka Martin. First half has ended. It's 1-1 at the Stadium of Light, a very eerie place with no fans. And I'm once again joined by Mr. Neil Miles and Mr. Matt Phillips. Welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me again. Some said, what does Jack Lancaster bring? I shan't be naming names.
The keeper could have done better. It looked very much like I couldn't get it.
Right, let's unpack that first half. Let's start with some comments, because as always, guys, this show can't work without you. It'd just be three random blokes nattering on about football. The new Gardner, first 20 minutes, we are so slow and show no adventure. Then we start pressing and movement has improved. We need to maintain that as Sunderland. I know Great Shakes Dog. I'm not going to try and do a tug of war with you. You're going to beat me every time. Luke Penny, goal came against on a play. Have been better since. Can't play that slow. Callie, how many people will blame Toto for that goal? We looked better toward the end of the half. Maybe we should have asked for an 8 p.m. kickoff. Curtis Yates, don't worry, Town fans. The Lancaster Prince are coming tomorrow. Nice. More of that first 10 minutes in the second half. So let's unpack the first half. Obviously, I would say we started in a very traditional away from home style. Keep it tight, keep the ball, don't give too much away. Those are all the sorts of things managers traditionally say to their teams. They're not sound bites, they're true things. And that's what we did, isn't it?
Sunderland started really well, and we just had to try and soak it up for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, but we kept the ball quite nicely.
I was a goal down after 8 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I got me out as well. Yeah, that's not what you'd say as a manager. I was trying to be optimistic. I'm told I'm too negative.
The problem they've got, Martin, and right up to when we scored the goal, and I see a lot of the guys are saying in the comments there that we were very passive until we actually scored that breakaway goal. And it came against the run of the play. The problem we've got this innocent passing between Enciala and McGuinness, to you, back to me, to you, like bloody Chuckle Brothers.
To me, to you, to me.
Oh dear.
It's going nowhere. I can't stand watching it. It's going nowhere. And what it really is telling us, no one will take responsibility to put the ball forward.
Well, let's unpack that.
It's like a training game, right?
It is.
You can see McGuinness's reaction. He's shouting what he wants to happen, but no one seems to really be doing it.
Yeah, and there's a young kid who's 18, 19, who's only just arrived at Portman Road, telling more senior pros to get the ball forward. That's what he's used to probably over at Arsenal.
Did you like some of his challenges in that first half?
Love him.
That was brilliant.
He is the next Tony Adams.
Nice dates for the goals, boys.
No, let's unpack that goal, because first of all, Teddy Bishop, we said before the game, midfield maybe a bit lightweight. He loses the ball too easily for me, and allows Sunderland to win the ball back high in our half and launch a quick ball into the box. McGuinness maybe caught out. Stephen Ward didn't start well at all for me in this game. I think up to the first 20 minutes, I think I messaged you, Matt, and said, don't look up for it. Looks half asleep. You know, he wasn't as switched on as maybe you would have thought Stephen Ward could be to danger.
We'd pretty bloody fallen asleep watching them two pass it back and forth to each other. It's dropped off. Started thinking about something else.
I don't mind that, though. But Matt, I don't mind us keeping the ball away from home like that. Keep it. But they keep it. Take the sting out of the game. Just take the sting out of the game. Reset. It's 1-0. As I was saying on social media, you need to reset.
I feel like you're playing into Sunderland's hands a little bit like that, because they're pressing us so much. As the ball goes from centre half to right back across the line to left back, there's going to be a mistake. There's going to be a loose pass in there, and suddenly we said at the start of the show they're going to be pressing big time. We've got very speedy players. I think we're just playing in their hands to it a little bit. I still feel like we'll probably concede in the second half. I can see that.
Yeah. Facebook user Jackson, 2 isolated. Bishop head and shoulders above the rest.
Are we 4-5-1? Are we playing 4-5-1? I can't.
We are, yes. Yeah. Louis Sharp. What's happening with Chambers pushing to right midfield and Bishop covering him? That's been happening for a couple of weeks now with the fullback pushing high. Yeah. Rob Purdy, great goal from Lancaster. Love to see start more now he's fit. I tell you what, the goal came at a good time. We've rebounded off that. I do take your point on board about playing into their hands, but I think that's a part of the tactic. Keep the ball, draw them out, create space behind for players like Bishop and Jackson to use their pace, exploit the gaps.
But you've not seen Jackson's pace though, Martin, have we? We've not seen that. In fact,
Jackson's been nowhere near this game.
Exactly. It's too isolated, isn't it? That's because the ball's down on the edge of our penalty areas. They pass it back and forth. Our possession stats must look fantastic.
I'm getting
He's
a bit
got
of
a sore neck watching it go from one to the other.
Is that why he's on the floor towards the end of the first half, do you think?
That's the one, yeah.
He had a bit of neck pain. Alan Judge, not getting a lot of love on the comments again tonight. Guys, we love your comments. Keep them coming in.
Where is he playing? He seems to be in the middle to me.
He is in the middle, yeah, of a three.
So is Bishop over on the right? Are we saying Bishop's on the right-hand side?
It looks like it.
Yeah. It's hard to tell on the TV, isn't it? It's hard to tell.
I think he's playing out on the right-hand side. A few times where he's given the ball away, he's been out wide.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? So we've lost the 4-3-3. But we thought this might happen against the 3-5-2.
Yeah, well, 3-4-3. I think they're playing Sunderland. Grant Ledbetter corner hit the first man. Some things never change. Luke Penning, 3 defenders against 1 striker. JT, we are the best passing side. Stephen Thompson has made it out of work. I know, make it out of work.
Changed.
Wearing his colours.
I know, efficient.
Only Matt Phillips not wearing the colours. Disgraceful.
Let you all down. Sorry.
But don't change it because, you might have set the universe, juju.
Yeah.
Superstition, as Wonder once said. Steve, talk to me about that first half. What do you feel?
I bought the match pass. I missed the first sort of 10 minutes, I think, when I was all firing up and we were 1-0 down. And I thought, here we go, brilliant. I can't really think of a lot of positives to say. There was some decent play towards the end of the first half.
Yeah.
But, there's some good passes, but there just seems this constant sideways passing between Nsiala and McGuinness. I think you might have said that, but this constant sideways. It's like you get an attack, or they'll get a corner or a free kick in a good position, and it just goes all the way back anyway. So
it had I tell you what, Steve. I said this to Martin earlier. It's got all the hallmarks of a defeat. The way we're set up.
Yeah.
So it's great that we're at 1-1. It kind of reminds me. Do you remember we played Leeds? I think it was Hurst's last game. We played Leeds.
Yeah.
And it was just like you just knew we were going to get rolled. And it just felt like that a little bit. So I suppose it's a bonus that we've got it back to 1-1 and actually played some quite nice stuff leading up to the break. But I feel like, as you said, Neil, Jackson's just too isolated, isn't he? What do we need to do to get him into the game? I don't know. What do you think?
Get more people around him. Potentially where we're playing our football, not all the way on the edge of our area, and actually move up the pitch a little bit. Do it more in the midfield. Get the wide men in around Jackson, so it's not just him running around 3 defenders. You've actually got pressure on the other 2.
You want to see Bishop like he did against Blackpool when he did that little run and scored that goal himself. Even if he is playing from a wide role, you've still got license to be able to do that, I suppose.
Try and get someone out on that right-hand side permanently, and then you get Edwards and the other guy to pin back the other 2 defenders. So Jackson's just got one to himself, not getting as marked as he is.
But look at how clinical we were when we actually scored the goal. Edwards did that little run. He's broken into the box, squared it, and Lancaster scored. But
brilliant goal.
You're riding your luck if you think you're going to score each time you shoot. Do you know what I mean? We've got lucky there a little bit.
Martin, you mentioned that Dazelle was a little bit sloppy with his passes, but he done some quite good ones in that first half.
He does, but he's also sloppy. I don't know. If you said 10 passes, 2 are sloppy, and only 1 needs to cost you for it to be bad.
But
he's missing downs.
As far as sloppy goes, Edwards has done well to get the ball back in the corner. And then what was that? Did he kick the player's shin while trying to pass it? Because he just done that little airy-fairy little tap to no one. And then they just went, thanks.
I don't think...
And then you just got loads of silliness like that. It's not really just on one player. As a whole, we love to just throw away our chances.
Yeah, I don't think if people are going to underestimate my glowing praise of Andre, because I've been saying it for weeks. How I think he's been doing really well. The problem is when you are the deep man and you lose the ball, then 9 times out of 10 that means they're immediately on your back line. And when your back line is Luke Chambers, Toto Nsiala, Mark McGuinness, and Stephen Ward. Mark McGuinness is a good defender, but he's young. Stephen Ward started slowly. Luke Chambers is Luke Chambers. Toto's Toto. You're going to be a bit of problems. That's where I say he's missing Downs, because Downs is a nippy player who's a tenacious tackler, would get in, win the ball, help him out a little bit and take that pressure. Because at the moment, the midfield is Andre. There is nobody else.
Is that where we're trying to find out how we can press on in the second half? Is Dazelle too deep? Is that his through ball breaking us from defence? Because half the time he is basically becoming another defender in his positions.
He could be too deep, Neil, because he's having to come so far back to the penalty area to get the ball off the two centre half. This is a good point from the new gardener here about Bennett. That could be. We said on the Sunday show, perhaps he's got that bit of flair to unlock something at the Stadium of Light. Maybe.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if Dazelle does a brilliant through ball from defence, he's breaking it into the midfield area. Well, where you want him is to be in the midfield, breaking that cracking ball to the strikers or the forward men through on goal, that sort of thing.
Problem with Andre, Andre's reading from a different book than the rest of the team. You know, he's painting a Van Gogh picture. The rest of them all painted by numbers. He's so far ahead of everybody else. You know, do you know what I mean? You see it so often. And somebody said in the chat there, Dozell passes forward, then catches the rest of the team out. He always seems to be, you know, seeing the whole picture. It's what you want from a midfielder, but other players don't seem to be seeing it. Would you make any changes as they head out?
I mean, probably not. Probably not. I mean, we've looked quite bright. We looked a little bit brighter, didn't we, in that last sort of 10, 15 minutes? I do feel like Charlie White is giving us a lesson in how a solitary striker should play. I mean, he scored after 8 minutes. He's had another chance of a header. He's had more chances in this game than Hawkins has probably had all season. Do you know what I mean?
Would you call him solitary? He's had more people around him than Jackson has.
That's how you play this style, isn't it? If you've just got one recognised striker, you play the style of play by the midfielders coming forward. And we said at the start of the show, Maguire and Gooch would support him, which they have done, and the wing backs down the side, especially that Denver Hume, who Chambers was a little bit lucky to not get a card, or even maybe stay on the pitch. He definitely elbowed him, didn't he, on that side early doors?
Steve, any changes?
No, not yet. I think we livened up a bit at the end of the first half. Later on, I'd love to bring Bennett on. I'd love to see Bennett on.
Yeah, but he's left-sided player, isn't he, Steve? He's left-sided player, really.
Right, they're coming out. They're coming out. We're back at full time. Where it's your turn. It's your say. We'll see you all at full time with love, with care. Yes, hopefully we'll have 3 points by that point.
Come on, Town.